Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. So, a new trailer for Star Wars Jedi Survivor was released, which shows a lot of new stuff. Definitely a lot of new gameplay and a lot of new gameplay mechanics, but it also shows a lot of cinematic stuff, along with some hints at the story. We don't get a whole lot of, story details. We get stuff we can maybe pick a few things out, but, back during Celebration, the announcement trailer showed this guy in like this back to stasis tank thingy, which this trailer just straight up starts with that and shows what it all is. But the guy, he's like all white and has white hair and whatnot. I'm not sure what his species is, but it seems like they were imprisoned in it and by the Jedi, and it seems like they might have been a Jedi themselves. But we see them, Cal finding them and releasing them and whatnot from the tank, which we hear them talking about the Order being gone and how they're betrayed and imprisoned, which right now seems like they might end up being the main villain of the story, because later in the trailer we see Cal interacting with these like bounty hunters, I think, and they aren't on Cal's side, but there's this big one who we later see interacting with this mysterious white Jedi person who's now in like some golden Jedi robes, but they say something about Cal being a threat, but we see them telling that big guy that like they've acquired this item and then they'll help them or something like that, which we see them holding this thingy. I'm not really sure that's all we get about it. So definitely, interesting there to see. I have no clue where any of this is going and whatnot, but seems like maybe Cal will kind of be looking for any like Jedi help or something like that, and finds out about them and goes and frees them, thinking that they'll help him out, but it turns out that they were a bad dude and were locked up for a reason, and so that will kind of kickstart the story and whatnot. Obviously, in the announcement trailer from Celebration, we do see a red lightsaber wielding villain character who's fighting Cal. I have no clue if it is this, old Jedi. I'm not fully sure there. Obviously, like I said, they were wearing golden Jedi robes, so that maybe it seems like they're from the High Republic era. As during that era, we've seen Jedi wearing golden robes. And there's the upcoming Disney Plus series, The Acolyte, which is set during the High Republic era. There's recently set photos leaked, which showed Jedi wearing golden robes. So definitely seems like this Jedi was locked up in this back the tank and during the High Republic era, and has been there for a couple hundred years, and Cal frees them. So obviously, all this, or most of what I'm saying, is a lot of speculation. This trailer, like I said, we don't really learn a whole lot about the story or anything like that, but definitely very, very intrigued by who this Jedi is, and if they are the villain. Definitely seems like they are, and how that will go throughout the story of the game. Obviously, the Inquisitors were a big part of the first game, which this trailer doesn't show, obviously any of that. And so I would assume the Inquisitors probably won't have maybe a part at all in this game. Obviously, the Empire does, because we do see a lot of Stormtroopers and whatnot, which I'll get into more in a little. But, there obviously was a lot of Cal in this trailer, because, he is the character you play as. There is a quick shot at the beginning of the trailer where we see him fighting a lightsaber wielding person. I'm not sure if it's a back tank guy, but they're in a mask, so we can't really see who they are. Their lightsaber is similar to Cal's, so I'm definitely interested there. I believe the color was like an orangish, so I have no clue. But we see Cal piloting and crashing the Mantis, which is interesting that he was piloting it himself. We don't see Marin or Grease in this trailer, so hopefully they're all right. I would assume we'll probably 100% see them in the game. But I do find it interesting that Grease wasn't the one piloting the Mantis. Obviously, find out eventually where he is, but crashes it on this kind of rocky-ish planet. It's the we see the planet in kind of the box art of the game and throughout a lot of this trailer, so it might kind of be one of the more bigger planets to go to in the game. We do see a kind of a grassy, foresty-ish world. At first, some moments where I thought it was Kashyyyk, but I don't think it is. And, we already did Kashyyyk in the first game, so, it'd be cool to go back to some of those planets again. I do hope it's, completely different planets in this game. Obviously I am, hoping to see some pre-existing planets, like a Kashyyyk. In fact, I do think we will go to Coruscant in this game. I am also, definitely wanting completely new worlds like, Zepho and Pagano from the first game. Obviously, like I said, not those planets, but new ones made for this game. Which this rocky-ish planet, I guess, looks familiar, but definitely think it's a new planet. But we do see Cal meeting up with Seer, who looks completely different. She's like bald now. She's got like some tattoos, wearing a weird new outfit. She seems to be in her own little like location. There's some like the Jedi archive bookshelves in her little place. She doesn't really say much. She kind of just, kind of talking to Cal, maybe they haven't like seen each other in a little bit, but she basically tells Cal that you've been busy making the Empire, go after you. Which throughout the trailer we do get dialogue from Cal. I think it's maybe he's talking to Seer, basically saying that the Empire's grown stronger, but as long as they fight them, hope survives. But definitely interested to see what's going on with Seer. When we last saw them in the end of Fallen Order, they destroyed the holocron, so definitely interested to see where her path goes. Definitely with after everything what happened with her in the first game. But seemingly she won't be on the Mantis, with Cal anymore. So, and like I said, we only see Cal and BD1 on the Mantis. So maybe it's now just them and no one else. Which I would be kind of sad. I kind of liked having all the characters around. Obviously, one thing I do wish was kind of having them come along with you in some areas, which there might be some of that because we see Cal meeting up with this new ally character named Bode, seemingly maybe on Coruscant, at least maybe a planet what looks like Coruscant. It's really cool to get a planet like that. But we then see in the next scene, Cal's fighting like a stormtrooper or something, and Bode is right there, helping out. So that's cool. Definitely, like I said, after the first game, kind of don't really get a whole lot of that. The only moment is when fight Malicos, and like Marin kind of shoots some of the Night Sister magic at him. Obviously, it's really not much of anything, but it's definitely cool to have one of your allies kind of tag along with you and help you out and whatnot and do some stuff. Even though that's like, someone's been in video games for a while, definitely like the Uncharted games is somewhat kind of pops in my head where they're kind of helping you fight out, even though most of the time they're really not actually doing much of anything. But it's cool to have that along with you. Definitely when sometimes when playing Fallen Order, when you're kind of venturing around and whatnot, sometimes I felt like it outside of BD1, I felt a little lonely sometimes, so excited to have that. But that was most of the cinematic stuff. There was a lot of new gameplay stuff, which there's a lot of cool new stuff there. There's new force abilities and whatnot. One I really liked was that you can kind of connect with animals now, and we see Cal kind of connect with his one, and the animal allows him to ride on it, which is cool. Definitely after the first game, kind of have to kill a lot of the animals or creatures to kind of progress in the game, which sometimes the animals aren't even doing anything and whatnot in the first game, but you have to kill them, which it's kind of un-Jedi, but so it is nice to at least have this now where you can kind of team up with the animals also. I really like that. But we see Cal fighting a lot more droids in this one. We see him fighting B1 battle droids, but also B2 and BX battle droids, and also the Magna Guards, or at least droids that kind of look like the Magna Guards. I don't know if they are the Magna Guards, but so that's cool. Definitely seeing some more like separatist holdouts or something like that. From the trailer, it looked like you're fighting them in several different locations and planets. I was originally thinking maybe they'll just be on one planet and there'll be some separatist holdout there, but it kind of looked like they were fighting them on multiple planets. That could just be trailer footage and it's not actually the case. So definitely interested to see why they're there. Definitely because this is I think this game will take place 9 years before A New Hope, which is the same exact time the Obi-Wan Kenobi series takes place. But so 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, when the Separatists were taken out. I don't know. Yeah, I guess taken out. Because Anakin just kills the leaders and whatnot. But obviously we've seen stuff in Rebels, which takes place even closer to A New Hope, when like a separatist holdout. So that's obviously not really super crazy, I guess, but definitely interested to see what's going on there. We do see Cal also fighting the DT Sentry droids from Rebels, which kind of look like the Dark Troopers, which the Dark Troopers were originally from the video game Dark Forces, but they did appear in the Mandalorian Season 2, but there are the DT Sentry droids, which they basically are Dark Troopers, and they look exactly like them, but they originally appeared in Rebels. I think they were in the Bad Batch also, but cool that they're in this game. But there's also enemies returning from the first game, Stormtroopers. I forget if there was the KX droids, the K2SOs, because they were in the first game. I can't remember if saw any in this trailer. I think we did, but I could be wrong. I didn't write it down. So yeah, but there was also a Wampa, well, it's not white and is on this grassy planet, which that was really interesting. But that's definitely a fun seeming boss battle. But some of the biggest new gameplay stuff was the several different lightsaber types we'll be able to use. Obviously, we see the normal single blade returning, also the double blades, which both were in the first game. Obviously, pretty much most of the first game, you only use the single blade. But they show dual wielding now, which was kind of in the first game, but only as like a quick little special move. But it seems like now you can dual wield full time. But the biggest one was at the end of the trailer, showing Cal getting a cross guard on his lightsaber, which allows him to do kind of bigger, heavier attacks, which that's neat. We know Cal also has a blaster. We do see it in its holster in the trailer, and some of the pre-order bonuses show that there's different skins for the blaster. So I would assume there'll be some like gameplay use for it. Obviously talking about skins real quick. The pre-order bonuses show like Cal wearing completely different outfits now. Like there's like a Han Solo and a Luke and a Obi-Wan outfit, and also like different lightsabers, like Obi-Wan's lightsaber. So that's interesting. Definitely, cool to have more variety in, outfits and whatnot. After the first game was just different ponchos. But, even though, like, Cal wearing Luke's outfit and holding Obi-Wan's lightsaber, even though that's not a canon thing to do, I am happy that they are allowing you to do that now. Not being a little more strict with it like in the first game. I don't know if that was actually the reason for that stuff not being in the first game or not. I have no clue. But anyways, back to gameplay stuff real quick. We do see Cal using a grappling hook and using his lightsaber to kind of go down the wall. The grappling hook originally I thought was going to be the blaster mechanic, but I went back and rewatched the scene, and the blaster's in the holster, so I'm still assuming the blaster kind of will have a different use, but they didn't show it in this trailer. But all that different lightsaber styles and whatnot is really cool. Definitely after the first game, a complaint I saw a lot was that kind of the combat didn't have a crazy amount of depth because of only being able to kind of use the single blade for basically the majority of the game, and obviously there's a double blade. So it's nice to see 4 different lightsaber styles being able to be used in the game. And it also does help with the kind of the Metroidvania style of the game, trying to, learn new skills and whatnot. Because, in the first game, Cal kind of, at the start of the game, kind of, his connection to the Force is weak. And then he grows throughout the game, which now you kind of can't have him restart. So it's nice to see, like, he'll be able to kind of grow with his new abilities, with the dual wielding and the heavy lightsaber and whatnot, but also kind of the new Force abilities we see, like the connections with the animals, and then, like the grappling hook, and then we see that the lightsaber going down the wall and whatnot, stuff like that. Really, really excited to see all of that. So, this trailer so far looks like the gameplay has definitely evolved from the first game, and it looks really, really great. I'm super duper excited for the gameplay. Obviously, the first game I thought had a really good story also, so definitely interested to see where what the story is for this one too. Obviously, like I said, it doesn't really show a crazy amount of stuff. You get little bits where we can maybe kind of figure out some stuff, but obviously I won't fully know about the story till the game, when the game comes out and I complete it, which there was a release date given, which is March 17th, 2023. So, only 3 months away, which is going to be a very busy time for Star Wars, with The Mandalorian Season 3 going on, and The Bad Batch Season 2 will also still be going on, and then Celebration will be a few weeks later, near the start of April. So a lot of stuff. Very, very excited for all of it, but at the same time, a lot of YouTube videos to make, but it's all great. I love, some of my favorite times making YouTube videos are when there's a lot of stuff coming out and whatnot, so it'll be a lot of work, but very excited for it. But I'll be doing a full playthrough of the game when it does come out, but you can check out my playthrough of the first game. I'm also currently doing a playthrough of the game on Grandmaster difficulty, so you can check out that. I have the first part out, so you can check that out, and I'll be doing that series leading up to the release of Survivor. So yeah, but I talked way longer than I was expecting to. This is already almost a 30-minute recording, so definitely sorry about that. I'm super duper excited for this. I adored the first game, so this is probably my most anticipated video game of 2023. Honestly, it's probably my most anticipated Star Wars of 2023. It'd just be my most anticipated story-based thingy of 2023. I'm just super duper excited for it. I do say that, but there is Indiana Jones, and it's also Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which I'm very excited for. But and Dune Part 2, and the new Legend of Zelda, and whatnot. There's a lot of stuff coming out in 2023. Definitely after this year, definitely in video games was a crazy amount. But that's not Star Wars, and this channel is about Star Wars. So yeah, I do talk about Indiana Jones, but very excited for this game. I'm just gonna shut up now. I'm sorry, I'll catch you guys in the next one.
The order is gone. I was betrayed by the one I trusted most. I will not be imprisoned again.